A Tale of Two Cities, the classic by Charles Dickens, and also A Tale of Two Watches. I want to tell you about both here today. Years ago, a friend of mine, really great friend, we were roommates, and we lived in the same city in Nashville. And around about that time, we bought these watches. These are two identical GRUEN watches, and now we live in two different cities. He's in Nashville and I'm in LA. But the watches are reunited. They have been reunited here, and so I want to just take the opportunity just to kind of look at them both, since they haven't been in the same room for many years. But my friend Frank sent me his watch, which is the one on the right here, and the problem, I don't know if you can spot it, is, of course, it's running, which is great. But if you look at the hour hand, a little bit hard to tell what time it is. It kind of looks like it might be 1 o'clock, 4 minutes after 1 o'clock, or it might be 4 minutes after 2 o'clock. So I guess over the years, the hour hand has slipped. So fortunately, the watch is running. These are quartz watches. So, not very complicated. But what I'm going to do is just open it up and see if I can get his watch back on track. You see they have the GMT hand here. It's not like certainly not like a Rolex GMT. You can't move these hands independently. But what you can use the GMT for is to track whether it is AM or PM. As if you couldn't tell by just looking out the window, but it's kind of cool to have a fourth hand on the watch dial. So let's dive in. I'm going to put mine aside, and what we're going to do here first is get the band out of the way and just punch this out so I can take the band off. So I better open it up this way first. There we go. All right, great. Use my case back opener tool for this. There we go. Give it a little twist with the magic 8-ball. And let's see what's inside. All right, great. Whoa, it is pretty dirty. Looks like Frank must have been doing a little off-roading with this watch. Yeah, dirt around the edges here, so I guess we should probably get that cleaned up. But let's go ahead and take the stem out. The stem should come out if I loosen up this screw right here. Being a little stubborn. Let me see. Go ahead and take this out. Okay. Wow, that was really in there. Of course, it's been so many years, and I don't think that this has ever been removed before. So that was tight. Just going to retighten this screw so we don't lose that. All right, now you can see the movement wants to come out with the dial attached. And there it is. So what we'll do here, boy, this is really, really dirty. But you would expect that over so long, such a long time. So I'm going to put this in the parts cleaner, and that will clean that up really nice. So I put the stem back in so that I can turn the hands. And what we're going to do is I want to get all the hands lined up at the midnight position, including the GMT hand. So for the first 12 hours of the day, the hour hand will track with the triangular GMT hand. And then once it gets past noon, the triangular hand will keep on going on the 12 to 24 hour route. And of course, the hour hand will start back again at the 1 o'clock position. And back all the way across the dial to the midnight position. So yeah, go ahead and line this up. Okay, so the GMT hand and the minute hand are lined up. I have it on a movement holder now, so without taking the hands off fully, I might have to actually take them all off, but I'm just going to see. I might just be able to slide carefully the hour hand up. This watch has what you would call hacking, meaning when you push the crown all the way in, the second hand will move. But if you pull the crown out, the movement hacks, or the second hand will stop. And that's kind of nice if you ever want to synchronize your watch to the time exactly by the second, or synchronize your watch like secret agents do to one another's watches from the 1960s. You can also do that. But anyway, that is all right. Push it in now, and I think we're in pretty good shape. That looks a little bit crooked there. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna hack it again. There we go. It looks like the GMT hand is just slightly. Oh, it has a little bit of play in it. Let's see. What I'll do there is just tighten it up. Just pushing the hands down just very slightly. Just to push them down onto the post more securely. Great. All right, so now if we set the time, 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock. So you see there, it's at the hour hand is at the 3 o'clock position, and the GMT hand is pointing to the 3. It's a dot here, but that's a 3. 1, 2, 3 on the 24 hand bezel, 24 hour bezel there. And so, like, for instance, then if we keep going, and if I go to 6 o'clock, and this would be 6 o'clock a.m., the GMT is, it's a little bit hard to see with this magnifying glass there, but it's at the, what would be the 3 o'clock position, but on the bezel, it's pointing to the 6, so you would know it's 6 a.m. Great. Well, this is in pretty good shape already. So what I'm going to do is going to clean the case, and then we will put it back together. I have cleaned the rest of the watch, and I have that here. Pretty happy with the way this turned out. Looks very good. You can see how much cleaner it is. Was able to get all the dirt off of here, and just in addition to cleaning it in my ultrasonic cleaner, I actually took this pick here and then got into all these crevices too, because it was really quite dirty, but now it looks great. The crystal looks pretty good too. There is just a slight scratch that was there beforehand, but I was able to get a lot of the dirt from around the magnifier here. For the age of this watch, the crystal is in pretty good condition, so that doesn't bother me. I wanted to show you, here are the joining pieces that go right in here. Actually, this one goes down here. that joined the band to the case. And I cleaned up most of them in here, but I left one just to kind of show what kind of dirt is in here that just, accumulates over time. I'm just going to stick this tool in here, and you can see it start coming out. And this was after being in the parts cleaner too. Sometimes the parts cleaner just softens the dirt, but you still have to take a stick like this to clean it out and to scrape it off. So quite a bit right there, as you can see. But other than that little tiny section there, it's good to go. Workspace is now cleaned, and I have everything set up here so that we can case this watch. Got this cleaned out. I used a microfiber cloth to clean the inside of the crystal, and this looks really good. I like to blow a little air in here just to blow out any dust, and I'm seeing that there are just a little bit of dust there on the dial, so I'm going to blow that off. There we go. Okay, I first had to take the stem out of the movement so I can get the case back on. So what I'm going to do is going to take the case and put it in the right orientation, and then last looks at the dial just to make sure that there's no dust landed on it, and then I'm just going to carefully put the case on top of the movement, put my tool underneath here, and so I can flip this over. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and put the surround back on. Now the crown stem. Now, one additional step here is I'm going to, if I have this zoomed, okay, I can zoom in a little bit closer. You can see the pivot points here where the wheels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pivot points where the wheels of the watch turn inside that plate. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil in each one of those top pivots. That will just help it run better. It's a very clingy oil, so it doesn't want to leave my oil or stick. There we go. And I got a little bit on the plate, so I want to just pick that up with a little bit of my Rodico here. Great, now it looks like the battery has kind of popped out a little bit, so see if we can get that in there a little bit better. There we go, heard it click. I don't love the way that doesn't really stay in. It should have it has a little catch right here to keep this side in, but this side, it doesn't. It's really annoying. It should have another catch over here to keep that in. So I might make a little something to be able to keep that in a little bit better. This is what I came up with here. This plastic bracket has some slits in the side here, so I just cut a tiny piece of cardboard to go through those slits, and then also kind of cover the edge of that battery to hold that in. And then there's still another about a millimeter of space between here and the top of this. So I'm going to put this cardboard just right in there, and that will fill up the gap between the movement and the what would be like the bottom of the case there. So that will hold that in there kind of nice and snugly, kind of putting some pressure on this battery cover that I made there just to kind of hold that in place. I don't know, just a little bit of extra bolstering there just to make sure that the battery will stay in. Of course, this will be no problem if you ever need to change the battery again. You just remove these little cardboard pieces. And then we are ready to put the case back on. Oh, interesting here. Just put that down there. It's stamped 492, which I'm pretty sure that is the month and the year that this watch was made, April of 1992. Which would that make it 33 years old? Yikes. How about that? Okay, I just heard a click there. So yeah, I put a couple. There we go. That feels just right. And then with this, we can tighten it up just a little. There we go. Snug it up. That's all we need. And now we're pretty much close to being finished here. I'm going to put the band on. It's just one of these things where you need about 2 sets of hands. Okay. Great. Now we can put the lug tie in here, and I like to put this pin in from the back side, so that way, just in case you slip a little bit and you get a scratch on it. It's on the bottom side, not on the top side. Let's give this a final polish, and we are done. So there you have it. There it is. Yep, it is pointing to the hour hand is pointing to the right marker, and you can see that the date has changed over to the 3rd, which is today's date, and everything is right on. So it's successful, great clean and resetting of this watch. So hopefully it'll go another 30 years. So there you go, Frank. And you saw it here, so thanks for joining me for this little activity. Great. See you next time.